time Halloween was my favorite holiday. It still is, but it used to be magical. You see a lot of folks watch horror movies for Halloween. I watched them all year round. Growing up with horror movie films. Growing up with horror films, I remember seeing marathons for the old Universal horror movies. Dracula, The Mummy, Frankenstein, Wolfman, The Black Lagoon. All the favorites I was introduced to in the Monster Squad. The Monster Squad was perfect for introducing the next generation to the classic monsters, but later attempts to bridge these characters weren't as successful. Van Helsing, The Dark Universe. Time is hard to keep track of. The Halloween I know versus the Halloween I grew up with was Jason Hockey Mask and Freddy Mask versus today, which consists of superheroes, sexy girl thoughts, and minions. But I bring up time for another reason. I get Universal horror movies are old, real old, so old they might as well be from another dimension, a black and white zone. And these movies from the black and white zone no longer see today's generation. But lest we forget, these movies, the way Halloween was presented for decades, Frankenstein mask, Dracula things, vampire paint kits, its equivalent is the bridge that built the old Christmas and the old Coca-Cola Santa Claus. Then from that dimension on, we get Rudolph, Frosty, It's a Wonderful Life. Just to mention the range this dimension persists of. It's sitcoms, Bewitched, wait, that's not right. The Addams Family, The Monsters. The Monsters were so popular, they would go to malls and there would be full crowds. They'd go to Macy's parades. Rob Zombie made the song Dracula based on the Monsters car. But you see, it wasn't the Monsters or the Addams Family's fault for this family-friendly, spooky yet kooky, friendly Frankenstein. It took Hammer horror movies to redarken Dracula, not from the damage of the Monsters, but from the old Abbott and Costello meets the Monsters movies. After that, it was like what happened with the current scary movies, where they punk Jigsaw, Ghostface, and they made them jokes. Radio critics or internet critics back then, or an internet future saying that that Frankenstein style didn't match up to Hereditary. Instead, you had women gasp and faint over Frankenstein throwing a little girl in a pond. So, question yourself next time you hear the Monster Mash. Do the Monster Mash. During Halloween, Is this just some cringy song? Is it? It's just a cringy song. Or is it a cringy song? Or is it just as Halloween as Charlie Brown's Great Pumpkin? So that concludes this episode. But hold on, I got more Halloween Eternal coming. And up next, Horror Host.